up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 30 pace. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. It's Houston, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, check on. Go on. Watching your five. Check right, check right. Kill.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll set up a throw, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Protein spill.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, set, go. Hey, team 6, team 6. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Justice. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Yo, back now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got one. Jim.
Hey, Sam off.
2nd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Justice. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some room to work. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
You draw Corker. Ready?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Justice. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check, crunch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Switch.
80 weapons. Let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Justice. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch out.
Leo.
Operating from the gun, Justice. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
No. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
He's checking. Turn hard.
On 1st down, Houston. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
General West. Back.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
50, plant. Recon, 132 fighter.
Tight dog.
5.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And the Vikings first down.
Go! 70, Indian.
Get ready.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Panthers 7.
Go, 30 base.
Vikings 3.
54 Mike. Watch the run.
22 jet bomber.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Go. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4.
2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Justice. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rock it.
Check 43.
Yep.
Go.
Ready.
On 2nd down, Cook. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Justice. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 22-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
Watch the pass.
Look at me. Go.
Check.
Hey, foxtrot. Snap.
Looking to throw. Justice. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play there for the Panthers. 46 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Kill. Watch safety creep.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
64, weak.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Justice. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the ready. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. 52. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
You ready?
Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Kelly, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Check.
Hey, lock it. Big grip.
To throw on 3rd down. Justice. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90 Wolf. General West. Get.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. Check.
Hey, orbit.
Lucky. SOS.
Now.
Back to throw. Justice. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready to break. Hey, Delta. 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Justice. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st down, Houston. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Coming to his son. Switch it. And go.
And he's got room. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Houston. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a run with McCaffrey. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, set. 60, orange. Bring it. Watch the eye. Shift. Come on. Chuck. Under 10.
Now a give, right side. Houston. And some room to roam now. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. Ken Lobo. In your face. Check 31. You're out. Check 15.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. It's Houston. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Justice. And this is incomplete.
Justice's pass intended for number 80. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the gun, Justice. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Boston shot through on the safety blitz for the sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 1st down, Houston. 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Justice. The pass complete. It's Bird. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun, Justice. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Justice. Throw caught here by Bird. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Justice. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Justice. And Diggs has it. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Kelly. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
25, check 25, check 25.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Mike, check, 59. Let's go one more. Shoot.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Shift, watch the shift. Junker. Hey, watch it. And hard. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Houston. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
He's coming. We got double up. Tight dog.
On 1st down, Houston. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. He gets away from one. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looking to throw. Justice. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and it was their